My name is Kai. I am an intuitive life coach. I have been in this process of spiritual development for I don't even know how long, probably since birth, if we're being real. But I have finally just kind of gotten to a space in my life where I feel like I want to reach out and be seen. I feel like being seen. I have a Chiron in Leo. If you're familiar, if you know, you know, cool. If not, look up what Chiron is. Chiron is an asteroid. And it is definitely, it's called the wounded healer, right? And for me, it shows up in Leo, and you need to look at the specific house. You need to know your natal chart. But for me, it's in the 11th house, and I feel it's, I like to be vulnerable to help other people be vulnerable, right? So for myself, getting out there, putting myself out there is not an easy feat, even though I know that there's medicine to be had in doing such a thing. It is still probably one of the scariest things for me because I have so much that I want to give, and I'm afraid that everybody's going to reject it, right? Like that's like the biggest, no, please, no. Right? So I'm here. My vibe is really, I'm an Aquarius sun, I'm Gemini moon, and a Virgo rising. I have hella Capricorn placements, Venus and Mars, whoop whoop. And I'm really dedicated to working for the collective and inspiring people to touch themselves, and like, which sounds crazy, but you know what I mean? To like touch their inner child, touch their heart, really light up and figure out like what means the most to them so that they can live in their most authentic truth and design, right? And co-create their lives with their guides and their God, whatever that might be for you. I very much am dedicated to comfort and cozy and love and just warmth. I was raised by a Cancer, and she is very much about that home, that hearth, and family, and protecting that which is sacred. And I very much emulate that, even though I definitely have my aqua tendencies, AF, detachment, right? But at the same time, my heart desire is to bring people together and which is also very Aquarian as well, honestly, if we're being real. But that is my like heart's cry. So I hope that whoever is watching, as you found my channel, as you peruse the YouTube, the ether, right? Whatever. I hope that I can inspire you a little bit, even just in this moment, and I'm grateful for you being here with me. So we have 3 card decks here today. I'm jumping right in. 3 card decks here. I really it just depends on how I feel like reading for the day, what's really calling out. I want to be more structured. It's not in my like wheelhouse to always be structured, even though sometimes I will try to ground that energy so that it's more clear. And I know that that's like more medicinal for the people that I'm, trying to reach, because not everybody speaks my language, and that's been a lesson for me, right? And so I hope that you can follow me best, but we'll see. So the 3 decks, one deck is the Sacred Path, and I so wish that I brought the actual little booking here, because then I could tell you exactly where that is. But I will link it down below just so that people get their kudos, right? The creator of this deck is like, oh, amazing. It's very intense, honestly. It's like an actual like chapter book, not just one of these little like booklets. It's an actual chapter book, for like, it tells the story of each card, right? Because it's Native American, and if I recall correctly, it's Seneca tribe, and it's just beautiful all the way around. And I just feel really grateful that I have it in my possession, and I want to share it. And the second deck is an oracle deck. Honestly, 2 of these are oracle decks. One's a tarot deck. Cosmic Transformation. I got this for my birthday. My birthday just passed on the 12th of February. And it is a beautiful deck. I love it. I'm already like beating the shit out of it. Excuse my language, but it's like it's leafed, but you can kind of see where it's like starting to chip away because I be using these. Like I said, I got them on my birthday and it's only February 22nd at the time of filming this. And I've already just like ran through these. Beautiful. The imagery, the artwork, just even on the back of the cards are my love language in so many ways you guys can't even imagine. I am actually, this image came to me June of last year. I drew it in my journal. I can even, well, I'm not going to actually show it to you because it's not something that you're just going to take my word for it. But I drew that image way before ever seeing the cosmic transformation. And also that somebody bought for me for my birthday as a present, just because. Shout out to her for doing that. But it is very, very, very blessed, this deck, in my opinion, because of the fact that this image had already came to me, and it came to me as a means of understanding a specific way to meditate. And more on that, because I'm actually writing that meditation and I'm penning that and co-creating that with the powers that be, with the universe, with cosmic energy, we'll say, star family type of vibes. If you know, you know. So I'll leave it like that, but it's called Cosmic Transformation Oracle Deck, and it's by Lindsay Kokoska and Michelle Lewis. Which Michelle Lewis, that name always sounds so familiar to me, but I don't know why. And then the third deck, I actually switched it out last minute. I was gonna use, because I need like earth energy right now, even though I know it's Pisces season. We just got into it and I love a Pisces moment. I just feel very much like maybe because it's Pisces season, and I think that the moon is in Cancer still. So I'm really feeling like we need some grounding. We need some like medicine from earth givers. And so I chose to use the, Illuminated Tarot, and this is by Keegan. And I was going to use just an honorary mention, just to honor the vibe. I was going to use this Fairy Lenormand deck, Oracle cards. So, but I felt called to do a tarot deck and not do all three. Actually, that wasn't even the thought process. It was just like, actually, I'm feeling animal vibes. I feel very much like animal energy. And then I was like, maybe it's my honey, maybe it's my badger. My husband got this for me for my birthday, and I'm very proud of it. So, but anyway, I want to dive in. I've been talking a lot. Sprout's here. Sprout is my bearded dragon. He is everything. I love him so much. I would film him, but I won't right now because he doesn't really love that. And then also, I mean, it's not that he doesn't like it. It's just like, he's trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing right now. So like, it's just too much bullshit right now. He's like, girl, who the hell is you talking to? But he loves me and I love him and he is so special to me. And thank you. I love you so much, my baby. So, okay. Get comfy. I have my water. I have my pen. I have my planner. I have my journal. I have other tarot cards just in case. I'm like, maybe, right? We don't know the energy right now. I don't know the energy right now. My readings are very much as we go, right? We gonna see. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my sacred path. And I really just feel called to say, like, this is the anchor. This is the energy that you are working in right now as it presents itself, like right beneath the feet. Ooh, that's the vibe, right beneath the feet. So here we go. I want you to take this time to just call in. Okay. Oh, this is so funny. Okay. What I was going to say is I want you to take the time to call in your ancestors, call in your guides, invite them into this space with you. Your most elevated, most high ancestors, right? Your council. I love to call it my spiritual council, right? We will have straight up board meetings. Okay. All about that. All about that as a Gemini moon and also Virgo rising with like my Capricorn placements. I'm like, hello, yes. Let us meet, let us talk, let us convene, right? So anyway, I love this card. I love that this card popped out. I am gonna keep it. I'm just feeling like a lot of duality here. Again, we are looking at the rooted anchoring card, where we're at today, where we're at in this moment. And it's a call out, a cry out for a need for play. And Heoka is the trickster. What I'm laughing about is that it's 22, card 22, and I just think that that's a vibe with today being 222, 222. So that's just a little side note if you're into the numerology thing. But immediately there's this energy of a need to let go. I feel very much, even though it is calling in play, it's like the Hanged Man with the 4 energy, just with the way that his legs are usually hung up, right? It's almost like play in calling back your power. Through play, we call back our power. It's like calling the corners, right? That I think that's why I needed to say 4. They wanted me to say 4 because, and really hone in on that, is the calling in the corners, so that you're calling back your power through joy, through having that joy, just being in your element. Again, too, I did say opposites, or I mean, no. I said duality, and and here it says humor / opposites, right? Immediately, just I think about the things, again, it's like the calling in your power. I think about that which repels you, which seems very like, how would that even be funny? These things that I want to, that kind of make me uncomfy, right? But if we can look at it from a perspective of like, does it make you kind of like this YouTube channel? This is my first time really getting into it. And it's like, nerve-wracking, but I know that there's so much joy to be had. And the call is just to have fun with it, just to have peace in this. That will pull in your power quicker than anything else. I just saw oats kind of flash through my mind, and oats are very abundant. Oats are nourishing. It actually reminds me too that I do, this is so stupid, but I do have a bowl of oatmeal sitting in the microwave. You guys, it's like literally 2 hours later this day. Where has it been? I went to the gym. I did like all the things. Like, just what? Okay, that was so random. That's so random. Also, I want to call in, just in the spirit of Native tradition, right? And this is a Native American belief and practice, which I am not Native American. I am a Black and white woman. I am a Black and white woman. My pronouns are she, that. She. That was weird. I've never said they before. Okay. She, her. Okay. But, okay, so I wanted to talk about the medicine bundle that's around Heoka's neck. And I want to share to you guys what a medicine bundle is from what I understand it to be at this point in my life. And again, I want to revert again back to, this is the medicine of, like, this is where you're at right now, like under the feet is the highlight. Maybe you need to go outside and ground a little bit. And that's a part of the joy process for you. And that'll be like, if you're sitting there and you're like, I don't know what my joy is. I honestly don't know. I feel really shitty. That's okay. That's totally fine. Start with just going outside. Start with going outside. Start with taking off your feet. Take off your feet. Can you do that? Can you do that little brat stall? Right? If you remember. Take off your shoes and just go outside and stand there. You don't even need to walk around if you can't walk around. Like if you live in an apartment and you just need to you're like, oh, I feel awkward. At least, at the very least, like take off your shoes and go stand on your patio, your balcony, right? I know that some people might be like, well, that's not really connected to earth. The point is that you're at least allowing the sun to see your face. You're allowing the sky to see your face. If it's not sunny out right now, from where I live in America, it is sunny and we love it. But again, the medicine bundle that is wrapped around Heoka's neck is a medicine bundle is typically made of a type of animal, leather or fur. It depends on the animal. It depends on the tradition of your personal medicine, your tribe, things like that. Like it is very specific down to the thing that you use to tie it all together to make this medicine bag. It is not to be taken lightly at all. It is a practice, all parts of it, a practice, a detail, which is honestly a message in and of itself. However, this medicine bundle is a safe space, a sacred space that you carry with you. You can carry with you. You can keep it under your pillow. You can whatever that you have, that you've collected certain items, spiritual items that connect you to the essence of that item. So for instance, actually, funny story about me today is I needed to, for school, I had to do this project called a me box project. And I had to make a video of myself pulling out of a box these symbolic things that represented myself. So I pulled out like a deck of cards. I literally pulled Sprout. He was the first one. And it had to be symbolic, not just like, oh, I love animals, but like a deep meaning, right? And for me, like my love of reptiles stems from childhood. I wrote at 11 years old, I wrote a letter to Steve Irwin, R.I.P. Okay, Crocodile Hunter, if you're not familiar, look him up. Steve Irwin saved my life in so many ways as a child. Like I just felt like, look at this adult. He would know me. He would understand. And I just feel emotional even saying that. Truth be told, this has been a week for me, like sidebar, a week of like really tapping into my inner child. So this message is for me as much as it's for you. And I'm right here. We're right here, baby. So yeah, I shared Sprout. Anyway, he loved it. He was like, hey girl, Sprout's a Taurus. He's a May 4th baby. May the 4th be with you. So he's just like, you gonna feed me bugs after this, right? Not saying that Taurus is just about that, because definitely I love Taurans. Taurian people are my vibe completely. They are so safe. Anyway, I digress. I had to literally pull out these things that are symbolic of like these deeper meanings, right? And so if you can go out in your world today, it doesn't even need to, I mean, yeah, it should be kind of like these physical, tangible things, but a practice for yourself could definitely be just like even an eye scan, right? I'm not saying like go out and make a medicine bundle, because you should honor the practice of the natives and understand that it's not always for everybody, but there may be a way that you can emulate a certain vibe like that, like a mojo bag in hoodoo or voodoo, right? That's another thing. It's very similar. So like even looking, maybe talk to your ancestors, like what's our thing? You know what I mean? Getting close, and like in that way, that can be an expression of joy, is just getting close to your root, right? And rooted in like the most authentic expression, expression. I don't know why that sounded so weird to me, but the most authentic expression of self and of your legacy and of your lineage, right? We love that. Again, that's maybe why I'm so obsessed with your feet right now. Let's talk about your feet. It's because there's a definite heavy need and pull of grounding, of grounded energy and rooted energy, right? Just boom, unmoving, but it's unmoving in your joy, right? It's like you're still fluid. You're still able to bend, not break, right? I think that was it. But yeah, the medicine bundle, in this case, Heyoka is carrying it with them because it's a deity, it's a spirit, right? So it makes sense that he would carry it around his neck. It makes sense that it would touch the heart and be close there. It would make sense that is what he shares, right? Is whatever is in his personal medicine. What is his personal medicine? And that's like, in this case, right, to come with humor, I say trickster, and I don't mean trickster in this like hee way. I mean trickster like April Fools, like very lighthearted, very just kind of waking you up like, hey, life is meant to be lived. Life is meant to be lived. What are you doing? Are you having fun? Like, are you out here in the world, right? Are you engaged? Are you here, right? And it's really about bringing ourselves back. Again, calling our power for energy, looking into that as well. Okay, so we're going to move on. We're going to get some more. I don't really feel like we need a clarity card. I feel like that was very like deep. And yeah, I'm just going to keep moving on, and we're going to see. This kind of wanted to, but I'm going to keep going. Are there any other messages additionally to the Heyoka? If so, let it be known. I'm sorry, my nose really itches like on one side, like my nostril, like just like the tip of my nostril. So if you see me just like clawing at my face, that's what's going on. And I don't know why. I don't know what is happening to me. Oh, okay. Sorry. Give me a second. So insane sometimes. Again, so much two energy, I want to tell you. So much other. Again, Heyoka, opposites, right? The other. Mirroring is coming through. Answering a call is coming through. Oh my God. Clarity. Maybe you can't hear. Maybe you need to sit with your vision a little longer. Maybe we're not able to hear the call because we're not in tune. We haven't elevated ourselves to believing the impossible. Tired. I'm just hearing like I'm just so tired. Can I have more on the 10 of Spades here? I don't know if it's the beginning though. Like there's this energy of like, ah, here we go again, but not necessarily only reluctant. It's also like, here we go again, right? It's like changing our perspective, like elevating from like, this is probably gonna irritate somebody because I be getting irritated when I hear this shit. Like, I don't have to go to work. I get to go to work, right? Like, I don't want it to be about labor because I do not dream of labor, right? That is not something I love or am like hoping for in my life. However, I'm just using that as an example. I'm so sorry that I'm scratching my nose so much. It's insane. But I want you to understand, it is needed to understand that there is even a slight switch as just in the language that we use, when meeting a challenge, in the language that we use when envisioning or self-actualizing, and that process of actualizing our dreams, right? Or even just realizing and recognizing our dreams and bringing them into the space of the physical, right? How we speak to ourselves mentally, it makes all the difference in the world. And at times we may be, because we're disconnected from our root, because we're not grounded in joy, and we haven't been making it a priority to do that, because maybe we feel like, well, I'll be in my joy later, right? I'll be in my joy when this thing gets done, right? Or when this thing comes to its completion. But the thing is like completion is beginning is completion. That's the message that's coming through, is very much like a circle is round and has no end. Like that's the, that's the energy, because that's the energy. Like that's it. Boo boo. And so that's how long I want to be your friend. I had to finish it. I had to. Let me say it. Also, like a call to go out into distant lands. Get uncomfortable. Shake your shit. Get up. Sorry, that was really pushy, but there's so much more to be seen. There's so much more to be had. There's so much more to experience. There's so much more to live in. And this warped view that we have, because maybe we're plugged in a little too much to social media. Maybe we're plugged in a little too much to somebody else's experience, that we are now making it our own, right? Mirroring opposites, right? Maybe our genuine space is when we are home in ourselves, home in ourselves, in our heart space, right? When we are in our alignment with ourselves, maybe our natural way of being is in our joy, is being the light, right? Or being that person that people seem to, like, just being that medicine. But because maybe we haven't kept our protections up, maybe because we haven't prioritized ourselves enough, we've slipped into cracks, like, or our, okay, so I see this vision of like, there's like an orb around you, or even just like tile or just a material around you that is just kind of, no, it's an orb. There is an orb and it's yellow. And God, I start getting all itchy and crazy. I'm so sorry. But there's an orb and it is yellow, sacral chakra, no, solar plexus. And it is like, just like pressurized, right? Like just, and I don't know why. It's just like, it's almost like, it's just, there's too much. It's too much to bear. It's almost like water pressure, right? It's like, and if we think about water, we think about like emotions, right? That's the first thing that comes to my mind. And like, we're in Pisces season, we got Cancer going on. She's lit up too, right? So like, it makes sense that maybe like right now, because that's what we're talking about, is the right now, is that it just, it's overwhelming what your boundaries, your boundaries are given, right? They're starting to give out, right? And it's through what we're doing with our feet. It's through where we're walking, where we're arriving to, how we're rooted. That is what's going to alleviate that pressure. That's what's going to kind of, that will allow you to beach yourself, if that makes sense, right? Like right now you're getting like pushed and crushed and crumpled, and it's starting to like pop, 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 pop. The glass is making that pop, 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 pop noise. You know what I mean? It hasn't exploded yet, but it's coming, right? And I'm not saying this to scare anybody or anything like that. It's honestly, you have power here. You have all the power here. You have the power to call your power back through your joy, through saying that's enough, right? And finding joy in selfishness, which sounds crazy. I'm sorry, but it does. But finding like your joy, being selfish about your joy, honoring yourself. It's a form of honoring of the self. You're not just here to be everybody else's answer. You're not here to be really anybody's answer. You might, do the work in order to turn around and hand somebody a nugget or two, but like, you're not here to pull anybody up or take them with you, or here, come jump in my orb with me and we'll like Merkaba around and around. Like, no, girl, we're not doing all that. You got to get your own. This here's mine, and y'all crushing my shit. Like, y'all crushing my shit. See? And even in that recognition, y'all crushing my shit. You can laugh about that. You can laugh and be like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, damn, for real. And there's joy even in that moment of just in recognition, acknowledgement. You can have that joy because that gives a release. That laughter is a release. That even just understanding, that even just coming to the point where, even just coming to the point where we can understand is a form of release work, baby. It is. Oh, I speak that over you right now. Release it, baby. You got this. I so believe in you so hard. Okay, that was a thing. Yo, honestly, I'm gonna fucking rip my nose off. Spout, help me. Okay, we're gonna get one more final Kazard. One more final Kazard. Kizzer. Gazam, my kizzer. Gazam. I was listening to that song today. Gossip folks. Oh, I already shuffled. I forgot. Well, yo. All right. This is just the love of the universe shining its light on you. So now we know the problem, right? We need to get in our joy. We need to get rooted in our joy. We need to get familiar with what that even means, right? And now we're going to apply the medicine. That is the medicine, right? The work is there, right? The work. But here is the softness of that work. Coming from your guides, coming from the lights of the universe, coming from my nose straight to you. Ooh, baby. Gates of wisdom. That's you. Gates of wisdom, we're walking into that. That's the space that we're walking into. I want to show you this. Take your time. Be a boo-boo. Hang on. Oh, it's so ancient and beautiful. So elevated. Gates of wisdom. So in tune. I love that for you. It made me think of the golden snitch, I'm not gonna lie. Everybody want to capture that snitch. And that's an orb too. Lots of orb energy. Everybody tries to catch it. When you catch it, you win. Gates of wisdom. There's so much that wants to be poured into you. There's so much that wants to be lit up in you. That spirit wants to light up in you. And the only way that they can really get through, spirit, your guides, your ancestors, the only way that they can get to you, the only way that they can call out to you, right? Damn, this got some conjure. Okay, hang on, because I'm about to get lit all up again. Goddamn. The way that they want to pour into you, they can't pour into you until we cleanse our space, right? Until we cleanse our space to get in our joy, right? And through getting in our joy, it's like shaking off. Like it's like you shake off the dirt just by dancing, right? Or like I said, like that big laughter, being like just so jovial and just freeing, right? Just opening up the heart center, the heart chakra, getting close to who you are, right? Solar plexus. Again, when I saw just now, like the answering the call, that conjure, maybe who's listening, you practice like hoodoo. This is the second time I've mentioned hoodoo. I've mentioned hoodoo, voodoo, but especially in this work, right? This is a closed practice, just FYI, but just you take that chicken foot. You take that chicken foot and you handle it, right? You know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. You take that chicken foot, you handle it. So, that was just a special note. Let's read the Gates of Wisdom. And also, I want to read this because it's kind of popping out, and it says sacred vision as well. And you can see that he's like really grounded, not speaking, eyes on spirit, eyes on the source energy. And it really, for me, ties into this 10 of diamonds here energy, where it's like we have this vision, right? And the way that we get this vision is by protecting that vision, right? Because there's so many things that want to come up in our shit and cloud the fuck out of it. There is so much. Be vigilant, right? You've got to be vigilant. There's so much that wants to jump up in your ass and stop you, right? Stop you from engaging with higher realms, stop you from elevating the self, because if you're elevated, baby, they can't catch you. Okay? I don't know who they is. I don't know if that's, goddamn, I don't know if that's your family. I don't know if that's your friends. I don't know if that's your broke down ass partner. There's a reason I had to say it like that. So I don't know why. I don't know why, but he's dusty, crusty. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Respect. But if you know, you know. If you know, you know. If it applies, baby, let it lie. So anyway, Gates of Wisdom. Let's read about it, and then I gotta get the hell out of here because I'm supposed to be meeting somebody for coffee. Oh, shiza. Gates of Wisdom. I will do that a lot, by the way, just because that's just who I am. As a person, I'm just my grandmother would call me a little songbird. So if you don't like that, I'm sorry. It's not going to change. Oh, honey. Okay. Gates of Wisdom. This is for you. Mwah. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, you're good. Remember, love, you are always connected to the source of all energy and wisdom. If the answers you are seeking do not come to the front of your mind immediately, do not be discouraged. Meditate on the gates of wisdom. Allow yourself to visualize how each possible path ahead will unfold for you. Notice the sensations in your body when you mentally pass through each gate until you arrive at the place and possibility that feels most clear and calming. And I want to read, even though this didn't come out reversed, I want to read the reverse just because I believe in, because we're talking about opposites, because we're talking about duality, I feel like it needs to be read. This is the reversed card. Pause here to offer gratitude and ask for additional clarity. There is no need to rush this process. Take your time. I'm going to let you tie all that together. Listen to this message again if you need to. Spend time with it. Spend time with yourself. Spend time with your guides. Go outside, ground, root. Do what you got to do, baby. And be in your blessings. Be in your blessings. I am in my joy now. I am in my joy now. I am in my joy now. Okay? Until the next time, I just saw a little bird fly. Until the next time, I should say that. My plan is to do every Thursdays. Every Thursdays, not necessarily at the same time, but just every Thursdays. Expect me, okay? Expect me. So I love you. Be blessed. Be courageous. Be bold. Be fearless. Set those boundaries. Break up with them. Throw it out. It's old. It's moldy. You don't need it. I don't know who that's for. It's very like fiery. Like, hey, you don't need this. Get it out of there, right? Anyway, I gotta go. But I love you. Stay blessed. Stay sound. Stay grounded. And don't be afraid to block it out if it ain't for you, honey. Okay? I'll see you next time.